So a lot of people were asking me, how do I make this reflecting stuff in the puddle, like reflecting puddles? Well, as you can see right here, here are some different reflecting like properties. This one is 5, then you have 10, and it keeps going higher and higher. Now if you want to do this, you need to go to like your game. I'm gonna choose base plate, so I can show you like in full detail how to do it from scratch. Now that you have the base plate, you want to select the part you're going to change into the reflecting puddle. So for example, here's a normal part, which if I stretch out like this, it will be this whole area right here. You can make it really flat so it looks like a full puddle like that, or you can choose how big it is, or you can just make a mirror. It's your option. Mirrors don't really work that good with this feature, so first you want to change the material to glass and then change the transparency to 10. Now as you can see, if when I click off the part, it turns invisible. Now you don't want that, so you have to add a highlight. When you have the highlight, it will appear like this. Just change the fill transparency to 1 and the outline transparency to 1. Now you have this part right here. And if I test right now, as you can see when I test, the character gets reflected if you look on a straight angle. But if you look all the way up, the effect disappears and goes invisible, which is pretty good if you have something under the puddle. Now when you have your part, it does not matter if your reflectance is high or low. The only thing that matters with this feature is how much is going to reflect when your graphics is set to 1. You grab your mesh, put the transparency to 10, don't forget to set the material to glass, and add a highlight into your part or mesh. Now, there's another way you can do it using surface appearance. This one is a little hard though. So what you want to do is grab 3 parts. You get 3 parts next to each other. And then what you want to do is go to your toolbox right here. If you click on home, you enable toolbox. You want to go to decals and search up white. Alright, so what you also can do is search up white color, and you can choose any of these squares that are fully white. Just check that they are actually fully white. So what you want to do is now hold in, click, and drag them onto your part like that. When you have the white part, you want to change it to black color. So you can find a black part like this. You drag it onto your part, and then what you want to do is find a normal map. Just search up normal map or purple square, but I suggest getting a normal map because it's just better. What you want to do is get a normal map for Citadel or something like that is fully purple, and put it onto your part like that. Alright, so now that you have all of your decals, you want to select the part and add a surface appearance. When you have the surface appearance, you will want to change the alpha mode to transparency, and the metalness map will have the white texture right here. So you want to get the texture, select the thing, go back to surface appearance and put it into metalness map. There you go. Then you want to take the purple one, go back to surface appearance, put this one into normal map right there. So it's a normal map. Then you want roughness map, aka the black part right here. Get the ID, go back to surface appearance and put it into roughness map. Give it a moment to load, and there you go. So there's your little reflectance part, which will reflect stuff around it. Not completely, but it will. So now that you have your part, which is reflecting stuff, you want to get a building inside of Toolbox. So you want to go to models and go to structures right here. Once you find a house, for example, the classic house right here, you can put this little guy down and take your newly created part and put it inside of the house. As you can see, it will start reflecting the house on the part right here. Just give it a moment and it will start reflecting it. Now, I can show you with a different model. For example, if I grab the log house right now, put it like right there, turn it around about this way, and grab your orb. Take the orb and put it inside right here. Give it a moment to fade or do its work, and there you go, it will fade into the log house. Now something you can do with the puddles, which I did, is go to your toolbox, search up lantern, and you will find, for example, Halloween lanterns or stuff like that. So I will just grab this and put it inside. So now that you have this, I suggest putting that puddle just a small or mostly into the ground like that. So it will look like that, and it's closely to the ground where you can perfectly see the pumpkin being reflected. Now what you can do is make it night. I have a plugin for that like this. Or you can just go to lighting like this, scroll all the way down and make it for example, 003000, which will make it midnight. I suggest using, for example, 4 or 5, so it will go like that. Before this, I will use a moon tracker, which will give it the perfect position that I want it to go to. So now that you have your moon in place, you can add maybe one more gear or model which will reflect light like that. Now what I suggest doing is going to lighting and changing the technology to future. This will give that more defined look on your model. And as you can see, it will start reflecting stuff like that. Also, one more thing to make your puddles look a lot more defined is going to lighting, going all the way down to diffuse, environmental diffuse, and change that down about like this much. In the specular environmental setting, you can also change that down. You could also search up map and you will automatically find a really big map. For example, if I go to, like, let's say this little horror map right here, right? This is only for like to show the true potential of this little demo right here. You want to grab the stuff that you want to put next to it and place it inside where you want to see everything. And there you go. There's your little everything. Now I won't show you how to do the graphics, but if you just go into lighting, enter graphic, like paste into from another experience, the graphics will buff up really, really good. So now that you have the graphics in the game, you can see it looks a lot more realistic. Also for my game, World War Zombies, I will put the link inside of the description so you guys can also go test and play that with these kind of graphics. Thanks for watching, and I will post more tutorials maybe. If you guys keep commenting some ideas that I could add to this game right here when you play it, I would maybe add it, or just tell you feedback why I couldn't add it. Also, my Discord server link will be in the description, so if you want to join the Discord server and see all the sneak peeks and announcements of my game, you could check it right there on announcements or sneak peeks. You can also chat to developers or testers in my game on my Discord server, so go check the general and the link in the description. And we are back to basics.